Goodness, this weird guy's house again. Where is she? Where is she? Trick or treat.
Oh my god. You're so cute.
And we definitely filmed this at the same time of day.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm Batman.
Oh, Batman, huh? I love the Marvel Universe.
Me too.
It's our favorite. Is that candy for us? Oh my god, you're so sweet. Kids these days. Thank you.
I bet Mustard's been divorced.
Welcome into the Really Random Podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn, and that's Drew Bolden.
Can we start this all over?
I wanted to No, here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to Really Random Podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn, and that's Drew Bolden.
If you haven't clicked off already, thanks for staying. But like, hey, what was we were watching Chris D'Elia had a podcast one time where he was talking about Halloween, and he was like, why is there always in the distance that but seriously, like if you go Halloweening tomorrow, listen for that at people's houses, because everyone always has the it's like very like off in the distance, the
high pitch. Hey, do you think it's lame as do you think it's lame as to
well, I knew that you were gonna say it again. I already knew that.
To decorate your house in Halloween stuff, and like on the outside, like, you know how people, they have the Christmas lights and shit, like, yeah. Do you think it's cool to, like, down the street we have a neighbor that has like 4 or 5 of those like big ghost blow-up things? I
love those. Any house decorating is cool.
But for any like holiday, or just specifically
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas is acceptable. Easter maybe.
But what would you decorate your house for Thanksgiving?
A big, like a blow up turkey or a blow up doll is what that's just something I have around the house that I can bring.
Why is it always scared? It's like
do you want me to tell you why it's scared?
No, please, no.
Just put your pants in it.
God.
Hey, so if you don't know, we're Really Random. That's Colton Pettyjohn, and I'm Drew Bolden. And I'm Drew. But we are dressed up for Halloween. Before we tell you what we are,
Mom, Gwenolinda Vindavere. God, I miss her so much.
Yeah.
And all the grandparents in the world, stay away. This is, back in the...
do I have a hole?
Back in like the 1940s.
Right.
This would be considered nudity.
Yeah, you'd be hung. You'd be... You'd actually be hung. No, you'd be hung in Salem.
For treason. Yeah.
You know what? That's not a very good treason. Anyway, I don't need to be in this podcast anymore. But do we tell people what we are? Or they're not going to know. They might figure it out.
So we are... Well, so we haven't really figured out. We're either Adam and Eve, and Eve needs to get waxed in more areas than one, but on her upper lip.
Maybe he's needs to shave. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Or we're Adam and Steve.
Right.
Because we're progressive.
Or we're Madam and Steve, because we can be whatever pronouns we want.
Hey, because I don't believe in a gender.
Yeah. And I don't believe in...
I believe in the human race.
But it's not a race, because we're all in line and we all want to be first place. What in the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Honestly, I'm a little offended by these costumes, because
they're white.
Yeah, we just assume that Adam and Eve are white.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. Why?
They could be anything.
Well, imagine... Never mind. I was about to say the most racist... I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to cut it. Do you know... So, how do you know that Adam...
Jesus.
And we're back. So if you want to know what joke I said, just let me know and I'll send you the video. But yeah, anyway, so we wanted to do a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
And the best part of waking up is Halloween in your cup. But we wanted to wear costumes. I've had an alcohol or one. And we didn't want to. Well, I say we didn't want to do couples costumes, but like, what are we?
Come on, we have to.
Yeah, and we bought a second pair, which you already saw in the previous thing. So, Dade, thank you for being in it. We appreciate it so much. Thanks for all the candy you got us.
Yeah,
or that you gave to us willingly and no other reason. But also, I just want to say from the bottom of my wiener, thank you everyone for the compliments on the back wall, because this is something I never do anything, like literally anything. Yeah. And so when I did this, when Colton was gone and people are complimenting it and saying that it looks good, it makes me feel good. Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things make me feel good.
Yeah. You were on the edge of just
glory.
Just, not even, you're like, what's my purpose? What the hell am I doing with my life?
Oh, it was bad.
And I am getting, I'm one step closer to the edge and I'm about to break. Yeah, I think that was your verbatim what you said.
No, you were listening to Linkin Park.
Oh, okay.
No, but
I was like, what the? And I'm like, Drew, what did you say?
What if you were listening to the song and it was me going, just so happens at the same time I was going, Colton, I'm one step closer to the edge and I'm about to break. And you were like,
and I'm like,
how do you know?
How do you know what I'm listening to?
But no, I gotta, as much as that sounds like a joke, it really wasn't, because it was like, I don't know how much we went into it last episode, at the very end.
We went a little bit, but not a ton.
Yeah. It was like I say we,
it was we.
Yeah. I think, I didn't think that, I think you were kind of just like, yeah, it's cool, but let's get back at it, you idiot,
Well, shows how much you actually listened to me, because I said I never want to do this podcast again.
Oh, then why are we here, bitch? Why are we here then?
No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to get back to it, but there was a moment where everything seemed to be just a little too much, and I lost all my motivation to do much of anything. Yeah, work. I mean, I used to run all the time, and I stopped running. I don't know what it was, but
we know
it's.
Look at that. Also, are my nipples too low on this?
Yes,
they're so low.
Are mine. So my nipples are up here, and it's like I have saggy tits.
Like I put it on, and I was like,
are normal people's nipples that low, and we're just strange?
Only one way to find out. Will you send us
nips?
a picture of your nipples to really random at googlemail.com. What is it? Is it Gmail? I think it's really, anyway, whatever. But seriously, thank you for all the compliments. I'm glad that we're back doing it, because we really do enjoy doing this.
I love doing it.
And I was just very critical. Like, when you do something and you're like, although some people do things and they're like, look what I did. Look at this kid that I made. No one gives a shit, right?
Yeah, but or when your kid does like a finger painting and it looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my, this is the most, he's so talented. I'm like, no.
It looks
like your dog literally shit on a piece of paper, and then your kid fell into it and smeared it over, and then it smeared. I said it again. And
that was our last episode if you didn't know. But seriously, again, thank you from the bottom of my ween. Dude,
I'm so proud of you.
Like, how
it looks great, and it looks even better it looks great in person.
It looks bad in person.
No, it looks great in person, but it looks even better on video. I think it the last episode. I didn't even listen. I actually put us on mute just so I could look at the background.
I think that's what everyone does. Yeah. So since this is on mute, the joke I said earlier was about. But yeah, so since this is the Halloween episode, we want to talk about everything that is Halloween, everything that reminds you of Halloween, and nothing reminds me more of Halloween than candy. And that's why I celebrate Halloween year round by eating king size Reese's bars.
Reese's bars.
Reese's cups. Well, they have what's that Reese's Take 5?
Take 5, yeah.
No, that's not Reese's though, is it?
It's a blend between. Yeah, I think it's Reese's.
I thought it was Snickers. Anyway, it's a Take 5 or whatever. But there's also one that I like. It's a stick. It's a Reese's something the hell. Anyway,
don't
whatever.
know.
I always get the king size, and it's 2 for $4 at 7-Eleven right now. But so I wanted to ask you. I know we talked about it a little before we recorded because, as you guys know, we are friends outside of the podcast. I want to talk about trick or treating back in the day. And if you didn't trick or treat, then you were an absolute loser and had no friends. So when I went trick or treating every single year, oh no, why are you looking at me like that?
Dude,
what, man?
I've already told you. First of all, I came from a relatively sheltered conservative house, and I think my parents thought Halloween was of the devil. You know, All Hallows Eve, and
just like talking to women was of the devil. And then when they had your sister, they were like,
talking to women.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They didn't want me to be gay. And then look what that turned out to be. Exactly what they feared. No, but
see, that's what happens when you shelter someone too hard. They like other hard things.
But I think we probably went trick or treating like once or twice as a kid. But my parents were very protective. They were so scared that like we were gonna get like kidnapped at the door, or that
were they not with you?
No, they would go and they would be like, all right, just come back, or don't. Really, whatever. Honestly, less mouths to feed, the better.
If 2 out of 3 of you come back, that's perfect.
That's okay. Preferably, can you leave Colton behind? I really love Steph.
I think and
Hunter's okay, but Jesus, that middle child
is
fucking
needy.
Worst.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say well, I forgot my train of thought. Keep going.
So we grew up in church, and instead of trick or treating, we at our church did this thing called Hallowed Fun Night.
Oh.
And basically everyone dresses, like all these kids dress up in costumes, and you go in and it's like this festival and you play these games. And
oh, that's fun.
When you play the game, you know, however well you do at the game is how many pieces of candy that you get.
Oh.
So we got just as much, probably actually more.
Yeah.
Than I would trick or treating.
I was expecting you guys would get like, they'd be like, all right, you got the best score. Now here's a Bible verse for you to read.
All right, here's the New Testament. Cherish it.
You come home with like 80 of these like little pamphlets. Did you ever get passed out those little Bibles?
Yeah, they have those in the hotels. Like they if you ever look in the drawers, they're in almost every hotel.
Oh, I always open them up and throw them away.
Dude, that's my Jesus.
But
yeah,
you should have been a Christian rapper. Yo, that's my Jesus. Every time we feesus, every freaking. I'm not.
Oh,
I don't have any talent. Colton.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
put me
right.
on the spot.
No, you're right. But one year,
I wish I had a wig now.
One year, I dressed up as a Marine.
A Seattle Marine.
No, but I dressed up as a Marine and I looked really good. And then one year I dressed up as a
Wait, hold on. How? But like, what did you wear to be a Marine?
I had a blazer jacket. I had like the suit. Man, I'm gonna ask my mom and see if she can find the picture of me.
Did you have a name tag that said, "Hi, I'm Marine"?
I'm Marine. No, I definitely, and I had a sword, and I had the hat, you know,
for Marine,
the flat bill hat, and I had the sword, you know, in the arm, like the commercials.
Oh like, yeah, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Yeah, something
you had
like
a sword.
Yeah, it wasn't a real sword. If that's what you were thinking.
That was what I was worried about.
Okay.
Imagine you with a sword now.
But
a Marine.
So yeah, I guess we can go into it later, but I want to know what were some of your most memorable costumes as a kid?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think as you said you were a Marine.
Because we were poor, right? And
was it your dad's blazer, so it was like way too big for you?
No, but one year I was the white Power Ranger because I loved the white Power Ranger.
Yikes.
The white Power Ranger. No, not white Power. I'm sorry, no.
Whoa, do you think they did that on purpose? That's why they made him Green Ranger? Or he was green and then he became the White Ranger. He was the leader.
So he's
White Power Ranger.
He was supreme, supremacist. You're my nemesis.
Sour Supreme.
I want to get a fist. So, anyways,
this is going to be one of the most random episodes of all Dick. So let's.
that was. I can't really remember a whole lot of what I dressed up as.
The
as a kid.
the only one that I remember, other than the ones that I remember, the ones that I want to talk about are one year. My mother, the Saint Genevieve that she is, wanted to dress my brother.
Jeez.
Chill, dude.
Oh, sorry.
God,
I love
Why
her.
is your leaf growing? Also, you think that this leaf is way too big for me? That was very nice of the costume maker, but
I didn't want to say anything, but for both of us, you could probably do like a spec, and we would have been good.
Cool. Why don't you go spec yourself? There's never mind. I love you. There was one episode. There's one costume that I remember, and it gets brought up constantly in a text chain between my mother and my brother. Mm-hmm. So my mom wanted to make my brother and me a angel and a devil, but my dad, of course, was like, well, he's not going to be a devil. That is not church-like, or whatever he said. I don't know. I was like 1. And so we were an angel, and I ended up being a little pumpkin. So it made no sense. So it was going to be like a group costume.
Yeah.
Because, of course, I naturally was the devil. Mm-hmm. And then since I couldn't be the devil, my mom's like, fine, make him a pumpkin or something. And the picture of me,
that's the beginning of the end of your parents' relationship, right?
I think the beginning of the end was when they said I do.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, Mom. We'll talk about it later. But but the picture is kind of adorable, I gotta say.
I've actually seen this picture.
Yeah, I've got my chubby little cheeks, and I'm like, and it looks like I have the opposite of up syndrome.
Yeah, the syndrome.
It's bad. Yeah, but my brother looks cute as hell as an angel. And then honestly, why wouldn't you want to make your kids angel and devil? Like
that'd be cute.
A sense of humor. That is what. Never mind. We're not going to talk about daddy issues on this episode. Oh, I gotta call him anyway. But no. So that was one that I remember. Another one.
You remember that one? Bullshit.
Well, because of the picture.
Oh,
I guess,
okay. I was like,
what I should have said. No, I don't remember who you are. But I really don't think I ever went all out for Halloween. There's only 3 Halloweens that I remember, and that was, well, I don't remember that one, but you know what I mean, the picture. Yeah. The other one was the one we're going to talk about later. And then the other one was when at first I dressed up as, I don't remember what my first costume was. It was like a store-bought costume. Mm-hmm. And then I went out for an hour and we filled up our little jack-o'-lantern, the pumpkin head that everyone has. Mm-hmm. And then because I was a little fat kid and wanted more candy, I was with my friend Colin Tenery. Yeah. You know him, and I think Greg knows him. Anyway,
like high school or middle school?
It wasn't high school. I don't think I was trick-or-treating in high school, unfortunately. Was I? Did I?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I was like, I think I went.
You seem to be one of those kids like, trick-or-treat. Give something good to eat.
Trick-or-treat. You're
like, aren't you a little old?
You're a little old. No, so I was, I don't remember what my first costume was, but then I got a full bucket full and I emptied it. And then it was like too late to go trick-or-treating again, but I was like, I want more candy. So I went and cut up a bunch of clothes and went back as a hobo.
Oh, God.
And I went to there was 2 houses left that had their lights on. And I was like, trick or treat. And one of them knew me. They were like, weren't you something earlier? And I was like, wasn't me.
No.
And they were like, I mean, we have some candy left. And they gave me some. But I think I went to 2 other houses, maybe 2 or 3 other houses. It was sad. And it was like a non-try hard hobo costume. But I will say there are some people that go out in costumes that are way too elaborate for me to understand.
Yeah.
There was someone was Queens of the Stone Age or something, and she had stones all over her and had a crown.
I mean, I guess it's creative, but
ones that you have to explain, you're like, that's not good.
There was someone had a costume and they were all that and a bag of chips. And there was a bag of chips attached to them, and it was all that.
Oh my!
It was.
I was thinking the logo.
The logo. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was all that and a bag of chips.
I think I would have. I can't remember what the all that logo. I think it was like a smiley face, but I'm thinking of the Blink 182 logo and like a bag of chips.
Well,
That's what it kind of looks like.
It's similar, but
All that
there
in a bag of chips.
are some that I'm like everyone like applauds these people for being super creative, and I'm like, dude, just be normal. Mm-hmm. Just go to Target and buy a Spider-Man costume and call it a day.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Spider-Man. Peter Spider-Man.
Peter Spider-Man. Speaking of that, did you hear that they're doing another Marvel movie and the 3 Spideys are going to be in it?
Oh, all 3 of them?
Yeah, are there 3? There was Peter Parker,
Tom McGrady,
Tracy McGrady, Tom McGuire,
Pete Garfunkel, and Tim Hardaway. What are the 3? I feel like I'm pretty close.
No.
Tobey Maguire.
Dude, you think you're all that in a bag of dicks, don't you? Tobey Maguire is one.
Tobey Maguire. Heath Ledger.
No.
I'm going to get this.
Riddler.
Garfield. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
And Tom Holloway. Tom
Hollandsworth.
Hideaway.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland? Oh, I don't know.
Tom Hideaway.
I haven't seen any of... The only ones I've seen are Tobey Maguire, and he was so freaking good that I can't watch any of the other ones. He was so good when he was the black Spider-Man, not the black, but he was like the emo Spider-Man walking down.
Yeah, see, everyone makes fun of that, but I thought it was the best scene in cinema history.
Yeah.
And I've seen The Shining.
No, I agree. The what I really enjoy about it is it brings out the abstract part of the queer theory in film where
Queer theory. Are you sure you were watching Spider-Man and not the Pornhub version of it?
I probably shouldn't talk about that.
I was trying to make a porn version of Spider-Man. I was like, Glide in her man or something. Oh. Honestly, off the spot, not the worst I've ever. The upside down scene where he's hanging upside down and she's
no. So
what? Him.
So what's the next?
Anyway, okay, so there was another Halloween. I went out with my friend Nathan, who actually watches Nathan Sheridan. You know him. We've talked about him. He's a flagger. Flipper with you. At one Winter point, Guard. Yes. Winter Guard. I don't remember what the hell we were dressed up as. We probably just had masks or whatever. Probably. Oh, wait. There was one mask that it was the Scream mask, but you could squeeze a heart. It was like a heart thing. Blood. And blood would come down. That was tight. I had that for a minute. I think that was what I was wearing. But anyway, him and I were in my neighborhood, and, as stupid little kids, instead, we wanted to, stand out from the rest, right? We didn't want to just ring the doorbell. No. So what we would do is go up and knock on the door really loud and really annoying. And it was like he would pound on the door, goo, 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 goo. And we do this to 10 houses. And finally, the last house on the left. Oh, not really. Cabin in the Woods. No, so we go to one of the last houses, and the guy doesn't answer, and he just, from inside, he yells, "Do that again." And Nathan goes, "What?" And the guy there's like, "Do that again, see what happens."
Oh.
And Nathan was like, "Okay." And he goes, I think he said "No, don't actually do it again," or whatever. So he opened the door really quickly, and he was so pissed off. And he looked at us like we were the dumbest kids ever. And he looks at the doorbell, and he goes, "You see that over there? How it's glowing? Did that not get your attention?" And I didn't say a damn thing. I was behind Nathan because when you're 11 and an adult gets onto your business, especially because we were being, jackasses, but he's like, "That catch your attention?" And I was like, "No, sir." And then, whatever. I mean, it was we were being really annoying, so I completely understand. And then Nathan was like, "Yeah, I see it," or something, giving him attitude, right? And he goes, "Okay, don't take that tone with me," right?
I'm like, who are you,
who the f*** are you, dad? My dad? Yeah.
Because I'm not talking to him.
Yeah.
In 20 years.
Wait, are we each other for Halloween? In 20 years. And so he goes, so he said, "Yeah, I see it," right? And then And then the guy at the door is like, okay, well, can you push it for me? And so Nathan was just like looking at him, and he's like,
What if you just like looked at him and he was just like,
no. So he said, well, can you push it for me? And Nathan looks at it. Nathan looks at the doorbell, and then he looks back at him and he goes, no. Like that. Yeah. And the guy goes, if you don't ring it, I'm not giving y'all some candy. And I think behind him, I was like, hey, Nathan, can we just leave? No, I think I was like backing up slowly or whatever. And so finally he goes, I was such a little bitch. And Nathan was like, and he held it. He did the whole ding, where it was like, do you ever hold the doorbell too long and it goes, yeah. So he did that, and he goes, now let it go. And he goes, ding, and he goes, great. Now I will give y'all some candy. And he turns around. What does he give us, Colton? Does he give us candy?
Candy corn. No, he probably gave you an apple.
No. He didn't give us fruit. That would be fun. I would throw it right back at his ass.
He gave you a corn on the cob.
Honestly, I was starving, so that would have been great too.
He gave you a...
Why don't I just tell you? So he reaches back and like shuffles a bag, and we're like, oh, great, he's going to give us candy.
Tube of toothpaste.
No, that would have been awful. But he gives us, hands something to Nathan, hands something to me. And I look at it, and it says, knowing your Lord, Jesus Christ. And it's like a little... and it's like a little comic of like, this is why you were able to celebrate Halloween, blah, blah, blah. And it was about knowing your Lord and Savior.
As soon as he would close the door, I would just start banging on the thing again and then run off.
Well, you're jumping ahead of me there, Adam and Steve. So he gives us that, and he goes, here's something for y'all to read. And since you guys learned a lesson or something, I'll give you some candy. And he went to turn around, and Nathan just walked away. And I was like, well, I'm with him. So we both turned around. And he turned around, and he's like, y'all don't want your candy? And then Nathan goes, keep the candy. Or something like that. And he goes, and he like laughed, was like, whatever. And then Nathan goes, watch this. And he frisbeed the literature at his door, and it hit it. And it went, and I went, oh, and we just took off running. And I know for a fact that guy in the house was like, they were like, those little punk ass kids, they don't need to be acting like that. Their parents, blah, blah, blah. Because maybe like 6 months later, I was there for maybe less. I was there for we were doing fundraising for band or something, and I went to that house, and I knocked because I don't really know why, and it was a different person. So he moved out. He's like, all these kids don't know how to be good kids. So he moved? So he moved away.
I don't think he's the reason why.
No,
you're not the reason why he
on
moved.
The front of the door it said Nathan Sheridan, Drew Bolden, you guys are the reasons I drink, and then he ended up being dead. No, but that was so. I think it was the same year, and I'm talking way too much, so I'll make this quick. But Nathan is the one to go trick or treating with because he doesn't give a about anything. Because the next house we went to, or I think this might have been at the beginning of the same day. But he would ring the doorbell, and he would hold his thing out, and then he wouldn't say anything. He just held his bag out like this. He just held it, and they opened the door, and you're supposed to say trick or treat, right? But he just went, and he if they didn't do anything, he went he shook his.
Come on,
he shook
Put
his
it
bag.
in there.
And every single house was like, okay, and they put it in there, and then I was back there cracking up.
This kid is autistic.
Yeah, they thought he was a mute or something. But I was back there, and I could not stop laughing. Every single house we went to, I was under my mask, all you hear is some scary mask just going, because I couldn't hold it.
Is that kid standing up asleep and snoring?
I think he's snoring. He's like. What if I just see me fall
dude, that's awesome.
It was great. I think that was the
Nathan's
same year.
Nathan's a badass for that.
Yeah.
1 year when
he dressed up as an army man or as an army person for 4 years.
Yeah, and he was overseas too. Really dedicated to Halloween, honestly. I admire him for that. So
If you don't know, he's actually in the Army, or he was. And he won't shut the hell up about it. So thanks.
So one year when I was in high school, and we were too old to be trick-or-treating, but, as high school kids,
Who
hey,
cares?
it's free candy.
Yeah, exactly.
So a bunch of us, me, Trent Stewart, Travis Rigsby, I think Greg Johnson was a part of it. There was a group of us. You were not invited.
Like anytime you say you did anything, I'm like,
oh, I don't remember where I was.
Oh,
I don't think I was there. No, but a bunch of them for like a couple days worked on their costume, and I don't know why I didn't, but I chose not to. So they all got cardboard boxes and dressed up as Tetris.
Yes, I remember that.
And they painted theirs the different Tetris colors. One was the L, the other one was the block.
Straight up
one was a straight up. Yeah.
Was one the like?
I think so. I can't remember who all was what, but they wanted me to I wanted to go with them, and they wanted me to come along as well, but I didn't have a costume, and so I just dressed up as a cow. So it was Tetris and the cow.
You were helping them move.
So I was actually
Were
holding
you the music?
I was holding their boxes or their bags.
Oh, nice.
So I had all their bags, and I was like, all right, here.
Yeah.
So
did y'all have music? I feel like I heard y'all like.
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I was playing "Welcome Home" Coheed.
Oh yeah. So,
God, rock band, dude. Come on. Anyway,
we went around to a bunch of neighborhoods, and we found this neighborhood called Cumberland Forest. Cumberland Forest.
Yes,
it's in
the rich bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to that neighborhood. Literally every house was handing out full-size candy bars.
That is
and
so
we were
great.
We hit the freaking jackpot.
Yeah, that is yes, that's so great.
It was awesome.
I never went to that neighborhood. My neighborhood was like So everyone was like giving out, the normal small size candies or whatever.
So they didn't know because they couldn't see the other guys. They didn't realize how old they were or how old we were. Yeah. And they saw me, and I looked like I was 10 years old till I was like 25.
Yeah, you were a young little bitch.
And then I finally, all of a sudden, then looked
40.
like I was 40 because I was losing my hair. So, no one batted an eye. But then it was we went to a house, and that person knew me, and they saw me, and they're like, "You're in high school, aren't you too old to be trick or treating?" And I was
what?
I was like, "Boys, run!" No, but
you know what I say to that?
You can get free candy, man.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
If kids are trick or treating,
actually, why don't we trick or treat?
Well, we're 40, so that looks weird. But
probably go to jail,
let's find some kid and go around and be their dads. But like even the adults, like if adults, when you take your kids out, do you take a bag of candy? Do you take a bag for candy or no?
That's a good idea. But going back to the be their dads, do you think that in 10 years we're still not going to be able to find anyone that's going to love us, and so we're going to end up raising a kid together?
I hope not.
Because that kid would be...
No, that kid would be the funniest. He would have the best time. He would have huge mental issues. He'd be the best video gamer. He'd have the best work ethic of all time from your side. No, video games from me, work ethic. Yeah. You have a big boy job.
You think I'm work ethnic?
I don't. No. The ethnic part, no. But yeah, I guess I always like I never really thought about the adult side because going as a kid trick-or-treating is other than like I account it to Christmas morning when you know that you have a bunch of gifts under the tree if you are rich, like most people, unlike Colton. And I don't know. I mean, it's true. You guys probably had good Christmases. Anyway, Mr. Lightsaber underwear.
Okay. But I wonder if...
But that's like Halloween Day is like second place to that. Because like Thanksgiving is good no matter what your ages. But
Yeah.
like Halloween as a kid, you get a giant thing of candy and you get to eat as much as you want. Or, well, you know, if your dad says you get 2 pieces a night and then you eat it until the next Halloween and then you start it all over again.
Yeah. Did you
But like, I wonder
when you trick or treated?
Yeah.
Because I only went a couple times, but every time I would go trick or treating, when they would give me the candy, I'd like, thank you, and then I'd look in, and then I would immediately judge them.
Oh, 100%.
Depending on like Almond Joy, what the?
Yeah, or bitch, why'd you give me a popcorn ball? I don't
I
want
feel like
this
I've
shit.
said the word a lot.
Well,
tonight.
that's fine. I'm editing. So, but no, if they gave you like, what about the people that give out pretzels?
Yeah, that's
or-
tough, but I like pretzels.
Yeah, well, not candy.
Yeah.
Or what about there was
legitimately when I said toothpaste, there was one time
yeah.
where I got a toothbrush and a toothpaste.
Yeah. I got it from the dentist, the local dentist in town. Like we were walking down the thing.
Oh, I was like, well, why did you choose to go?
It was not.
trick-or-treating
I was with my stupid ass friends, and they were like, "Let's go to Main Street," because you know they're like, if you go to the firehouse, they give out candy.
Yeah.
Now, dude, I'm betting now because everyone's PC, they're gonna give out like vegan chocolate or some bullshit where they're like, these aren't real McNuggets or whatever. You know, I don't know. I saw this ad that was for chicken nuggets that weren't actually chicken.
Wow.
But yeah,
So
and we went by the dentist, and the dentist is normally like, yeah, I'm going to give out candy because it causes cavities. But no, he was giving us toothpaste and
Lame.
toothbrushes. And I'm like, no.
Do you think that?
This
How
isn't
do you
gonna
think
make me
people?
do it.
How do you think people are going to approach Halloween this year because of COVID? Do you think people are going to change? Because there's someone that I work with, and she said that she loves giving out candy. But what they're going to do is they're going to set a table out in their front yard, and it's going to have the candy on it, and they're going to be sitting back. And I'm like,
I mean, as long as they're sitting there, because you know that dumbass kids, if there's a bowl and it says take one, they're taking 100 pieces of candy.
but I don't know.
I think as long
I
as
guess
you,
that's fine.
as long as you hold your thing out and open and you don't have to like touch
Excuse
hands.
me?
As long as you hold your
dick out.
So speaking of, I was watching clips of Whose Line.
Time out. Speaking of.
yeah.
Holding your. Speaking of.
Well, on Whose Line, they were doing which one was it? It was one where they sing a song, and he was saying, every single Halloween, every single year, I don't ever dress up, every single year, and he's like, I am super lame, so I don't dress up as a man because every single year I open up the door and I've got my dick in my hand or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
god!
It was right. I forget exactly what it was,
My
but
hand.
and then they go my dick in my hand because it was Ryan. But like I want to dress up as dick in my hand one year.
God, that's
Fine, dick in your hand. I don't my my 2 cups. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying.
So remember that one time when we both had girlfriends? Let's just think.
Jesus. We may have to pause and
That
come
was
back.
a long time ago. So that was.
How did they work out for us? You think?
Look at us now.
I can't stop looking at you.
It was great. So it's probably 2014 or 2015. So Drew and I,
Just that subtle. Well, look at us now. So honestly, I literally can't stop looking at you. The hair flip. What are you doing later? I feel like my chair
you know where my
is
bed is.
further. Yeah, I do, and I can hear it creaking. Masturbating too hard. Anyway,
Oh.
go ahead.
So
that.
anyways,
I do that in my closet.
No. So
So his closet wall is matched up right next to my bedroom wall. So I hear a lot of things that go on in there. Like that one, dude, I'm feeling great. That one day where you were crying, I heard all of it and I wanted to go in there and console you, but
that's good.
then I realized you were watching a video and it was me who was crying.
Oh, because
And you didn't come in to console me, so
well, that's good. Anyways, so there was one year where my ex and your ex and our buddy Kyle and his wife, and I think there were a couple other people.
What a way to rub it in that he has a wife.
Yeah, he's
What a
still married.
dickhead.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Rude.
Great.
If he was a true friend, he would divorce her in solidarity. No, I'm just kidding. I love Elena. She's my favorite.
Well, apparently not, because you almost forgot her name.
I love Elena.
I've got broads in Elena.
So we did Halloween
Together
1 year over there, but we decided to go out on 7th Street. And if you live in the area in Fort Worth, there's this place called 7th Street, and it's where there are a bunch of bars. And so
it's the 7th Street, 7th Heaven Street.
Yeah. It's a really on and poppin' location for a bunch of mid 20-year-olds. So we went out there for Halloween, and as you can imagine, it was packed to the gills with people.
I saw a lot more promiscuously dressed men than women that night.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
I think it's just the fact that you're focused on men.
A lot. Well, my blood rearranged itself. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
There were a lot of shirtless men that night.
What were you? So I was Sully from Monsters Inc. and she was Mike Wazowski.
I mean, you guys were Sully and
yeah,
Mike.
I had a T-shirt on. I did not dress up super hard, but what were you that year? Do you remember what
that
you were?
year? Yeah, that year I was just a mulleted hillbilly. I didn't really. I wasn't anybody really. It was the guy. It was the character I did in our dating service video.
Yeah,
I was Alvis, but like no one knew who I was. I had short,
just a redneck.
I was just a redneck. I had a mullet. I had my beard. I had a flannel. And I took a picture with Dirk Nowitzki.
Yes, I remember that.
I was like, Dirk, yeah. And he's like, what are you? And I was like, doesn't matter, you're Dirk. And
doesn't matter, let's take a picture. So,
and then my girlfriend, we can, go.
Yeah. So I was going to say your girlfriend or ex or whatever.
My girlfriend at the time, yeah.
She was a present. Mm-hmm. So she was just like a box that her hands and her legs were at the bottom and her hands went through the side.
She was literally a present,
like
a big ass box. It was wrapped and she had a bow in her hair. It was adorable.
That's great.
Yeah, it was adorable.
I thought it was awesome. I can't remember what Kyle and Elena were, but clearly it wasn't that good because I don't remember. So
I think Elena was working, right?
She may have been working.
Kyle went, quote unquote, as a bodyguard, but didn't dress up as anything.
Really?
Because he's like 6'7" and he's just big, and
he's like, I'll just
he's like, yeah, I'm their bodyguard.
So we went out that night.
Also, pre-COVID, and it was packed to the gills. Imagine, dude, that everyone would die there. So you remember going out in public and there would be people there and you could touch them and not wear a mask and talk to them.
Yeah. Well, actually, you couldn't touch them. You just did it anyways. You think those people consented to your fingers being in their asshole?
I don't think that we need to bring up the charges that were brought up.
Okay, so we went out to this place called. I think we went to this place called Republic. Was that the place that we went to?
Who cares?
We went to a place, and of course, drinks were had, and having a good time out there.
I do remember that.
We went to the bar that was outside. I will never forget this.
Oh no.
And I don't know how I remember this because I forgot the rest of the night because I'm drinking a lot. But we went to the bar outside and we both asked for a vodka Red Bull.
Yes, I remember.
And the guy was like,
no, he
vodka.
Said, yeah. All the way like, to the brim.
Red Bull.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I can't even get through this thing. It's so strong.
Honestly, now, like, that would be great. But
I know.
Then when we were 21, 22, where, like
ew.
Even then, I was like, beer is nasty, right? Yeah. But, like, even then, oh, my. It was literally like if you just straight took vodka, which it was not good vodka.
No.
It was like vodka that they had sitting on the heater all night.
Yeah. It was the Yosemite Sam... from
1492 and they didn't even
swear. So anyways,
it was we're one of the strongest poured drinks I've ever had in my life. Aside of just taking a shot.
I was about to say, at least back then, I don't know what it would have tasted like now because we're alcoholics.
Oh,
but
no, I still think it was very, like, seriously.
Yeah, it was super
like
strong.
This size, like a tall glass like this. And it was, ice was up over here because that's what they do. Mm-hmm. But he filled up vodka to the there, and then he was like, Red Bull, and sorry, we're trying to save on Red Bull. Yeah. Like he literally put like, what are those little droppers.
Yeah.
It's seriously like
eye
yeah.
drop.
Yeah, he put like an eye drop of Red Bull. He's like, there you go, $54. And you're like,
Yeah.
what the I hate when they do that, by the way.
So needless to say, we got pretty drunk, and then we went back to Kyle's house, and
we took Ubers.
Yeah, we took Ubers.
No, did we get a
or he-
taxi? Because was Uber even a thing?
Yeah, Uber was a thing. Uber's been a thing for a while now.
Nah.
Yeah, swear. So we got back to Kyle's house, and we continued to hang out and all that stuff. And I remember I got back to the place. I got back to Kyle's place, and I threw up because I was pretty drunk. And then I took all my clothes off, except my underwear. And
I was pissed.
And
I was like, if you're going to do it, just do it.
Your ex, Callie, had already taken her gift box off.
The best part about it is she had nothing under that either.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, so then
she made a lot of money that night.
I put on the box,
Yeah.
and we have a picture. We can probably get it.
No.
Pull it
The
up.
reason why it was funny is because you put the present on, you took your boxers off and went, "Hey guys," and like flung it at us.
Did
And
I?
I was like, "Oh!" And then I grabbed him later and sniffed him.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were
Surprise,
completely
surprise.
naked under the box.
It's a fun night.
Honestly, best Halloween I've had in a long time. It was just funny because like we were all just being dumb and stupid and drinking, and then got no candy that night. Except at the bar, they had like, Almond Joys. Also, the shittiest candy, Mounds. Coconut and bullshit dark chocolate.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Put nuts in there. I know that's what Almond Joy is.
Okay,
but
I saw a survey, and I don't know how factually accurate
survey
this is.
says.
Survey said. So have you ever seen those survey, or not surveys, but those little, like it's a map of the U.S. And it has each state broken down, and it's
Favorite candy or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So the favorite candy of Texas, can you take a guess?
If it's Mounds, I'm going to end
Nope.
my life.
No.
Almond Joy.
Worse.
Three Musketeers?
Worse.
Worse than that? A Zero bar?
Worse. Literally the worst candy I can think of besides candy corn.
Candy corn is amazing. You're out of your damn mittens if you think candy corn is bad. Well, then we're probably gonna.
Some of us have good taste. Some of us don't. You decide.
Yeah, you were married and divorced. Let's see. Honestly, we probably are deferring then. But give me a.
I guarantee you.
Give me four choices. Well, you hate Kit Kat. Is it Kit Kat?
No. I guarantee you won't like this, and you
Necco wafers or some shit.
No.
Is it chocolate or is it like a candy?
No, it's candy.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's an old ass candy.
Werther's Originals.
Ooh,
Peppermint.
I love Werther's.
Peppermint.
No. What's your
Pillow mints.
What is your
Licorice.
Black licorice?
Is it?
Yes.
That's the favorite?
And I think it's total bullshit. I think they're just
God.
making it up.
No.
But I saw a thing, and we can even bring it up. I'll take a screenshot and send it to you. But
Why don't we just put it on the podcast?
well, no, I know, but I'll show you what I saw, and I'm like, this can't be real.
What were the other states?
One was like, I think Michigan was like Good and Plenty, and then
What even the hell is in a Good and Plenty?
I don't know. I've never had a Good and Plenty, but it looks boring as. So I've never eaten it.
Have you had a Zero bar?
No.
Even the wrapper itself is boring as. It's gray.
Of course.
The word says zero and it's white and it has a blue outline, but it's like a dull blue. Like
Yeah,
this.
that's lame. If it's white, it's lame.
Yep. If it was black, I would have it.
Oh.
What? If it was a black zero?
Yeah.
I don't know. That probably can't go in.
So,
No, well, this has nothing to do with candy, but have you seen the last thing I saw where it was a map thing like that and it said the best whatever in each state? It was the best fast food restaurant in each state. Do you know what Texas's was?
I don't know. I hope it's not. Was it Whataburger?
It should have been, but
Should have
it
been.
wasn't.
And
it was
it
one
McDonald's?
No.
Okay, good.
I'll just tell you.
What was it?
In and Out
In Texas.
in Texas.
You're out of your damn mittens.
I know. That's what I said. Like these guys got to put their mittens back on because it said In and Out in Texas, and then California didn't have Whataburger. California had Chick-fil-A. And it was like Texas and Oklahoma said In and Out, and I was like, who the were they polling? Because if you come down here and you say that In and Out is better than Whataburger, you are going to get slapped on the face with my
Don't.
But
So,
you got to be really close to my because it's not very big.
In-N-Out is fine.
Hey, that's what
I don't
do with
have
my-
a problem. I don't have a problem with In-N-Out.
It's fine.
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't need to be one or the other. But
And they're two
but
different.
Whataburger is better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what's crazy is like people up in the Northeast think that Whataburger is like tier 2. They think
Compared
it's
to
on the
what?
same level as like McDonald's, and then it's like
No.
In-N-Out, Shake Shack, and I don't know what else.
White
And
Castle?
maybe. And then
Have you had White
underneath
Castle,
is-
by the way?
No.
Dude, very good. But they do sliders, and they have their own like little sauce or whatever.
I've had the White Castles that were like frozen.
The freezer
and-
ones.
no,
Well, yeah,
it's not the
but
same.
like it's not the same.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think Whataburger is the same as McDonald's.
No,
Because
not even
Whataburger,
close.
the burgers are. Well, I mean, we are biased because we're Texan, but like, Shake Shack is good. I'll give them that.
I don't know if I've ever had Shake Shack.
Have you ever had Five Guys or the meal? yeah. I mean, how many times?
Yes and yes. No, I mean I have had Five
you ever
Guys.
had-
Five Guys is fine. It's not that
It's a great night either
They're-
way. Either Five Guys.
their fries suck.
Yeah, they're not good.
And,
they're even
I
called-
really do think, and people probably don't take this into consideration, and you probably shouldn't, I guess. But when it comes to a burger joint, I would say, yeah, when it comes to a fat burger joint,
Would you
I
eat a
would say,
burger
like,
joint? What does that even mean?
don't
Go
know.
on.
So I think 75% of it is when you're judging what's the best burger.
Mm-hmm.
I think 75% is the burger, and then 25 should be the fries. You can't
Mm-hmm.
have it like if you have an amazing burger but shitty fries, then the experience is brought down.
Yeah,
like
oh,
it's
yeah.
not as good.
Yeah.
like you could have an incredible burger.
Wendy's. They have. Well, I mean,
I like their fries.
I mean, really, I f***ing hate their fries
Really?
unless it's surrounded by a chocolate frosty.
It's kind of true too, but they switched to sea salt, which is kind of weird.
No, they're bad.
No, I like them.
Okay, so do you like them better than Whataburger or McDonald's fries? McDonald's fries, good lord, and also McDonald's Coke, dude.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but I
McDonald's?
don't get the love for McDonald's fries.
Oh,
because
man.
everyone says that, and
Dude, put 'em-
their fries are better
Burger
than their
King.
burgers.
Burger King's fries are awful. I will say those
don't-
are the worst ones.
I don't agree.
You like
I
Burger-
don't think they're the best. I don't even think they're close to the best.
No,
but
their chicken
what-
fries are good because
what
it's
do you-
just chicken.
what do you think about? Are you a fan of curly fries?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But
what would you prefer, like Jack in the Box curly fries or
Oh, boy.
Arby's curly fries?
Oh boy.
I say so.
Honestly, they both taste the same to me.
really.
Yeah, I haven't. Speaking of, didn't we talk about this? Arby's is slept on. Arby's is amazing.
And
And
I don't
hey,
know if
don't-
I agree. Because I
don't
literally
don't just get their roast beef. They have like gyros, and now they have like chicken parm, and they have they say this. They have the meats. Try something else.
I
Don't
guess
just
it's
get
been
that
so long
beat
since
up.
I've been there, but like I saw a meme the other day that,
Ooh.
or it wasn't a meme. It was someone tweeted this and then they just captured it and put it on tweeted, but put it on Instagram. But it said, "I need to know who the hell is keeping Arby's in business."
Well, it's like Arby's and Subway are in every small town you drive through.
That's true.
Every
we
single
have
one.
We have Love's in Midlothian, and
Attached.
attached to it is the Arby's
And a
But-
Subway. There's two. Oh no, Subway's attached to the corner one.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, Midlothian itself has 4 Subways, or 3, I think. I know 3 for sure. And 2 Whataburgers.
One in Walmart.
Actually, how many In-N-Outs? 0.
Zero because it sucks.
So there's
So,
an argument.
I just think that I would have to try Arby's again, and I've never hated it, but it's never been like my top choice. It's not even ever been like close to my top choice.
Well, yeah, no one ever goes, hey,
because
there's Arby's over there. Let's go there. But you should because it's very good. And I'm not saying it because it's spons. It's not.
No, it's not.
Do you know why they're called Arby's?
Talk to me.
RB roast beef. RB's. Is there someone outside our house being loud as hell? Yes.
I
Is
don't
it
know.
Dave?
But I don't know. Arby's is fine, but
Dude, go look at their menu now and tell me that doesn't make your mouth water and other things water.
gushing.
Oh, Gushers, dude. Have you ever given Gushers? Has anyone given you Gushers for Halloween?
No, we were too poor for Gushers. We had the instead of Gushers, we had
No, flip it this way.
we
Yeah,
had
there you
the
There it is.
so my mom, when we would go to the store, I would always ask for Gushers, and she was like, "No,
You ever
we can't
steal?
afford
You ever
those.
steal anything from the store?
No." But she was like, "We can't afford
should
those,
try
but
it.
we'll get these." And we went to Walmart and we got the Walmart Smileys.
Oh, yeah, because you could get 100 packets for 39 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
And
were
that's
chewing like truck exhaust with flavoring.
Oh.
Yeah, like jelly.
So that was one of the
It's
things
like-
that would like I brought Mountain Lightning to lunch. I had Smileys and I had like
No,
bologna
Smiles,
sandwiches,
Fruit Smiles.
fruit Smileys, and
Smiles, dude.
and Ricky Smiley and
Morning show.
in the morning show, and then
Dude, your lunch cost $2.12.
easy
Honestly, the bologna, but now like everyone
bologna
always
with
thinks-
white bread.
Yeah,
Oh God, how
Racist.
poor were we?
that's racist. Why is wheat bread more? Mm-hmm. It is. How much? Like 10 cents a loaf?
Probably, but that's all the sense.
You got it.
You're making no sense. I don't
You looking
understand.
at
You're
me
not
in the eye
making
and you ain't making
no
no
sense.
sense. Wheat bread, no sense. No, dude,
Hey.
I still love bologna. If you don't like bologna, then you are too uppity for your own guppity. Because if you fry bologna and you throw some damn mayo on it and you put some hot sauce in there, that is the whitest sandwich you'll ever make. Dude,
Actually, kind of sounds
Dude,
good. Actually.
fried bologna, mayonnaise, the olive oil kind. You put hot sauce on it and you toast the bread a little bit. It is a treat. And it costs 13 cents to make.
You said you fry the bologna, correct? Right?
Yeah, that's what's in a fried bologna.
I didn't hear you say fry. I was thinking
We don't have
about
our
how
headsets
good
on.
I
Don't
look.
judge him anymore, but he's deaf. Yeah, no, I loved fried bologna so much when I was in middle school that I wrote it on my shoes. I wrote fried bologna on my pair
course
of
you did.
shoes. And so much so that a teacher made fun of me by calling me fried bologna.
Oh,
Yeah, she was great. She was very obnoxious, but she was cool.
did you see her next Tuesday?
No, it's not
Bitch.
Tuesday.
No, but
This is going to be a fun one to edit. I'm going to have to actually pay attention.
I was raised
Raised
on
on
red
red.
and low. I was red.
I was raised on if you me. What is it? I was raised on bread and bologna.
Bread and bologna.
Whose hair is longer, by the way? Is it your wig or is it my jig over here?
I think mine's. Whose is longer? Mine. Whose is better? Mine.
Wait, are we still
Whose
talking
is
about hair or
prettier?
penises?
Mine.
Oh, you do have a pretty Alice.
I was about to say. Hey, remember that one time when I had a? Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that.
We're just having a silly goose time. We're seriously so glad to be back. We've had an alcohol, and
Alcohol. Do you know that song by Brad Paisley? It's a good song.
I thought it was Brad Pitt.
Do you think Brad Pitt?
I thought you were gonna go. Do you think that was a good answer?
Do you think? Have you seen the movie
Daisy?
Fight Club?
No, because it's overrated.
I originally thought it was overrated, but now I'm
Damn
like,
it! I only said that for you to be like, "Are you
So-
f***ing
no.
me, dude?"
So, have you seen Troy?
Troy who?
The movie Troy.
No,
Troy Polamalu. Troy
it was
Aikman.
Trevor. Oh no, Troy Aikman.
Have you seen what movie have you seen with Brad Pitt?
Deadpool 2 or Deadpool 1.
He was in that?
Yeah, he was the Invisible Man that died. Seriously,
No,
he was.
what like mainstream movie have you seen with Brad Pitt?
Daisy, Oceans, whatever the hell. Fight Club, Troy. I'm just kidding. No, I've seen Oceans, whatever the.
My question is, do you think
What's
Brad
in the box?
Pitt,
What's in the box movie?
Yes.
It was her head.
7. Yeah, 7. That's a movie.
Inches.
7.
Do you think that they have?
Do you?
Think there's a porn called 7 Inches?
I mean, probably.
Whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Do you think Brad Pitt is more attractive now or when he was younger? Because I think he's really coming into himself. No.
I just laughed. That's it. Imagine being able to do that, though. Can you bend it that way?
Stop!
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's Colton Pettyjohn. I'm Drew Bolden. I think he was the most attractive in DayZ with his long hair.
I don't even know what DayZ is. Have you seen World War Z?
That's what I meant. I'm stupid. DayZ is a video game. You wouldn't know because you're not a nerd.
Oh, I thought DayZ was like some...
No, like DayZ for zombie. World War Z is what I was talking about. I'm a
DayZ was like some like porn actress or something.
I
Hey,
wouldn't
you should look
know
up DayZ.
them by name, Lana Rhodes. So anyway, seriously, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Happy Halloween, Colty PDP.
Gang.
Dave, thanks for being in the intro with us. That was
you,
very nice of you. We needed a kid.
Well,
it's not a sentence that I should say out loud. I have that restraining order. That's Colton Pettyjohn. Wasn't invited to any Halloween parties. And listen, this is the end, and you know what happens at every end of every song.